Hello students, I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another video from QuickStudy. This video covers business stakeholders from topic 1.5, understanding external influences on businesses. And in this video, we'll learn about who are business stakeholders and how do they impact your business. Stakeholders include people like the shareholders or owners, employees, the managers, the government, the local community, as well as the suppliers. And furthermore, we'll also talk about how stakeholders impact business activities and how stakeholders are impacted by business activities. And furthermore, we'll also talk about the possible conflicts that may arise between the different stakeholder groups. So firstly, we need to understand who are stakeholders. Well, stakeholders are people or groups of people with an interest in the success or failure of an organization, and they work inside or outside an organization, and each group may have slightly different objectives. Now, if I had to break down the main stakeholders in a business for you, the first one would be, of course, the shareholders or the owners in a business. They invest money into the business and they are keen on seeing profits coming out of the investments that they have made. And then next, we have the staff and the managers. They work in the business and they seek job security and, of course, fair wages as well as a good working environment. And then, of course, there are the customers who want the best quality products at the most affordable prices. And we also have the local residents who may be affected by the noise that your delivery trucks make or the pollution that your factory is causing. And local government is another key stakeholder for a government who are granting the planning permissions that your business needs and ensure that your business are complying with the rules and regulations that they have set out. And lastly, there are pressure groups like Greenpeace who organize protests if they believe that the business's activity is harming the environment. And each of these groups plays a crucial role in the business ecosystem, often with varying objectives and concerns. And understanding the different stakeholders and their needs can help a business navigate their operations more effectively and responsibly. Now, let's talk about stakeholders and their objectives using Greggs PLC as an example. Greggs PLC is Britain's largest chain of bakeries, right? And if I have to set them as an example, what Greggs PLC does is that they prioritize their staff and their customers as the stakeholder groups, believing that if they're happy, the business will succeed financially. And shareholders comes third for Greggs PLC. And they believe that the shareholders will eventually benefit from the happiness of the staff and the customers. However, not all companies think the same way. Financial companies, especially high street banks, are known to prioritize profits over customer service. Now, let's explore the different objectives of the stakeholder groups in a business. So first of all, we've got the shareholders or the owners, right? So in family-run companies, they actually prioritize the long-term stability or sustainability of the business, whereas in public companies, they might often prioritize short-term share price increases or profits. And then we have got employees and managers, both of whom actually seek job security, they want career development, and they want good payments along with fringe benefits like pensions and holiday schemes. And then of course, we have got customers who want the best quality products at the most affordable prices. And another key stakeholder group for our business is, of course, the suppliers who want you to maintain good communication with them. They want you to make timely payments, and of course, they want the demand for their supplies to grow. And of course, we have got the local community who are an important stakeholder group for your business. They want you to make fair dealings, and they are also concerned about the environmental impact that you have. And actually how much your business grows is actually subjective to the local community, because there are people who might actually want you to grow, or there are certain negative outcomes that comes with business growth, which we will discuss later. And of course, we have got pressure groups who are also focused on fair dealings and how much environmental impact that you're making, and they're often skeptical of business growth as well. Then of course, we have got the government who prioritizes fair dealings and makes the tax arrangements and the employment plans, and will also often influence our business's location decisions. And understanding these diverse objectives can help a business navigate their stakeholder relationships effectively. Alright, so now since we have discussed quite a bit about the different stakeholder groups for a small business, they should only be concerned about the three most important stakeholder groups. For them, it is the staff, the customers, and the suppliers. So starting off with the staff, when you have got a motivated team of individuals who are working hard, they actually spread their enthusiasm to other people who are working in your business or who are involved in your business, which includes the suppliers as well as the customers too. So you need to make sure that your employees are motivated and empowered to work hard. And at the same time, customers are essential for a small business as a stakeholder group, because when you treat customers well, they will continue to purchase from you. they will be your loyal customers, and a loyal customer can also help spread positive word about your business to other potential customers. And of course, we have got the suppliers. Suppliers are critical to a small business because when you maintain good relationships or good communication with your suppliers, they can extend credit terms for you, and they'll often go out of their way to make sure that the materials or the goods that you have ordered for is with you or arrived at your place on time. And often a question will arise that is something like this, that are shareholders the most important stakeholders for a business? Well, for most public companies, it's actually true. Shareholders are indeed at the top of their priority. And that is because shareholders have the power to vote out the director of the company if they believe that the business is being mismanaged. And there are companies actually who prioritize shareholder returns and profits quite openly. Others, however, claim that they treat all shareholders equally. However, their actions will often suggest otherwise. If I had to give you an example, companies like Volkswagen, they got caught cheating on emissions. Then there is GlaxoSmithKline, who was also caught bribing doctors. So these examples indicate that shareholder profits are often prioritized even over ethical considerations. Then you need to understand this, that in summary, while some companies may suggest that they treat all stakeholders equally, but in fact the truth is that it's quite evident in many high profile cases that profit is often prioritized over other factors. Alright, now let's talk a bit about how stakeholders are affected by business activities in the UK. So in the UK, the manufacturing industry accounts for less than 10% of the economy activity, which means that the UK economy is primarily dominated by the service industry, like retail, music, banking, and so on. And this means that the main effects of business on stakeholders are also from the service sector. And unlike industrial pollution in the manufacturing sector, service sector issues might include overprocessed food that are made by factories, which might cause significant health concerns for you. Then there is poor treatment of staff in low wage and insecure jobs like those at Sports Direct or Amazon. However, businesses may also contribute positively to the stakeholders or to the society, and the examples could include activities for small children and parents, which fosters community building in the society. Moreover, there are specialist restaurants who will offer tastes of home, and they cater to specific diets as well. Moreover, there are shops who sells organic produce, and in this way, they are actually supporting the small suppliers, right? So in summary, business activities can have both positive and negative impacts on the stakeholders, and the service sector actually plays the most significant role in the UK economy. Now, since we have already discussed about how business impacts stakeholders, now we'll talk about how stakeholders impact business activities. So stakeholders will actually significantly impact business activities, especially those that are in the public eye. And businesses, large businesses to say, have entire departments like the public relations to maintain a good image and maintain relationships with the outside world. And there was a tragic incident actually in Bangladesh in 2013. Rana Plaza was a garment factory which collapsed and it killed over 1,100 workers. And this caused the media and the pressure groups who forced the retailers to be more careful about their supply chains. And Human Rights Watch is an example of a pressure group who are pushing for ethical practices in the business. And in summary, stakeholders actually impact businesses through media pressure and advocacy for ethical behavior. All right, now let's discuss a bit about the possible conflicts that may arise between different stakeholder groups. So, for example, SoftBank, a Japanese company, purchased the British company ARM in 2016 for 24 billion. And what happened was shareholders saw a 43% increase in their profits overnight. But ARM suppliers and staff may not be as happy about the takeover. That's because SoftBank, which is not a British company, might actually lay off a lot of the workers and they might actually switch to suppliers from different countries. And other conflicts may include where supermarkets, shareholders, managers, and employees are all happy to launch a new luxury range, a new luxury sandwiches. And a pressure group might later reveal that each sandwich actually contains more fat and calories in comparison to a Big Mac and chips. And when customers find out about this, they're probably shocked but keep eating anyways. In summary, these conflicts actually highlight the different challenges that or conflicts that might arise between different stakeholder groups. So stakeholder management is more crucial today than ever before because companies must actually identify the broader responsibilities that they have. Failure to comply with these rules and regulations or failure to adhere to the needs and wants of the stakeholders can actually cause them to face a lot of backlash and from local residents or pressure groups as well, especially as more and more people are on the internet today. Bad publicity or bad image is quite easy for companies to gain. For instance, if I had to give you an example, Nike faced a lot of criticism for using sweatshops or using child labor or low-cost labor in making some of their most expensive trainers or their products. And it sparked a lot of outrage among the pressure groups and the customers. And the stakeholder perspective, basically, it urges firms to think beyond profit and consider the impacts of their business activities more broadly. Historically, well-managed firms have always prioritized this approach. However, in this day and age, most companies claim to prioritize stakeholders while their actions will speak otherwise. And in conclusion, effectively managing stakeholders involves not just claiming responsibilities, but aligning your actions with the ethical and social responsibilities as a whole. Alright students, with that we have come towards the end of this video, and to give you a short recap, this is what we have covered in this video so far. We have talked about who are the business stakeholders and how stakeholders are impacted by business activities and how stakeholders in turn affect business activities. We have also discussed a bit about the possible conflicts that may arise between the different stakeholder groups. And with that students, I'd like to thank you for watching this video, and if you have liked this video, do subscribe to our channel since we post regularly on different topics and subjects that can help you ace your GCSEs. And of course, for more information on our online one-on-one tutoring services, do visit our website at www.quickstudy.uk. Thank you.